podcast 211. Really have no ideas at this point. We're just flying by the seat of our pants. We got Kyle Young with us, or as Kyle Wong calls him.
No, Wong's done. We all know that he was terrible.
Fair. Fair enough. Yeah. Brand new year, guys.
New year, new you?
Some 5PL matches. Oh, never a new me. I'm the same old dummy.
He's the real bowler.
The real bowler. There's some good matches on the weekend if nobody's seen.
I was unable to watch, but I heard there were some good matches.
Yeah. Shane Chafe is still averaging 322.
Holy shit.
Because Shane brings the power when he plays. He's got some magic on that big wet cloth that he mops that massive hand on before he throws that ball.
He's doing something. And like, I wouldn't do it justice if I didn't tell a little something, because Shane would be disappointed if I didn't. Brad Glynn missed a 2-pin for 1,500 again. 14,
Rock and rollers look real sharp.
98. What was that, sir?
The rock and rollers look really sharp. They're playing really well.
Yeah, their lineup's really solid. It doesn't matter who's coming in off the bench. Like they've come to play in every match.
Yeah, they're at like 0.695. So they win more than they lose, that's for sure.
What was the cut
from experience?
What was the cut last year, Tim?
545.
Yeah, but remember, there's another team on each side, and we're still only taking 5 teams to playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's going up.
Well, the last couple of weeks on Schwartz has been at least a little bit different, where everybody's not splitting points.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like that was the pattern for a good 8 weeks. Everybody split. So
yeah, that's what happened on Cargill this week. There was 2 5-3 splits, a 6-2, and there was a 7-1, but 2 5-3s. I'm like, oof, keep doing that. Hopefully we can get a 6-2 win, and we got gainers on the division.
Like 10 games left.
Yeah, we play you guys now.
Yeah, we play you on Sunday.
Yeah.
You do.
Any insight on lineup?
Who you playing at anchor? Matt?
Dex.
Sure Dex wants to smoke?
Dex is in Vegas, so he probably is smoking. So
yeah.
Yeah, I think we might be short, because I thought there was some YBC coaching going on. So dependent on what's going on there, we might have
that's good.
A couple of people away. So
we're short too. So
Bailey's obviously going to be there. He's not a lot around children, so that makes sense.
Wow.
But let's look at this right now. I also want to ask: is a .094 win percentage, is that good? Is that good? I'm just asking.
Not at the moment.
Okay. All right. So 3 out of 32 is not good. Okay.
But like they still have 8 games, Tim. Like that's
okay.
Lots of room yet.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm looking at it. So if last year we even take the 45 points, you need 45 points.
Mm-hmm.
And so over the
there's another game this season, so that's going to go up again.
Okay, so 40. But anyways, you would need 42 points in 8 games. And it's going to go up.
That's what the Rock and Rollers did. Just do what the Rock and Rollers did.
Yeah,
and they're fine.
You're a good team.
And even though they sell merch, are they going to be the last? Are they the relegations taking place?
Yeah, they sell a lot of merch for themselves, so that's great. It's great.
No, actually, it's worked out. We've already, if by chance they're not able to play next year, we've already split duties. So one of us Bombers will pick up one person. I think it's Scott for cameras and stuff like that, and tech, and then we will pick up maybe Henry for commentary. So we already done this. We already did the expansion draft or dispersal draft. We did all that already on Sunday. So.
Gonna hire Henry as a cheerleader, like on the side.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, he just got his competitive coaching done today. So he got his course done. So yeah. But anybody else want dispersal on it? I mean, let me know.
We're not fire sailing the pros right now. Let's
I don't know.
Take it easy. Take it easy on them. They still got 3/4, or they got 2/3 of their season left.
Yeah,
it's fine. Everything's fine.
Henry's going to text me in about 5 minutes now, but that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah. Like right now, Tim, if you standings right now, we're in relegation. So like,
yeah,
you got some work to do.
You know, the one thing I was thinking though was actually when we're talking about this, I do want to touch base on this. How cool is that PGA league virtually?
It needs more structure.
I want to see them do that with just random schmucks, because I think that would be hilarious on a tee shot, and he shanks it right into the crowd.
How bad do you think Kevin Kisner feels? He did not make one shot.
I do think obviously they didn't do a draft. They picked their buddies because
it was a draft. It was the team owners did a draft selection of they had one player. So like Tiger was obviously Jupiter. LA was Justin Rose, but then the owners apparently picked the draft, from what I understand.
That was terrible. I mean, like some of the teams are just brutal. Max Homa was good, but you had 2 blowout matches already. Like
you gotta remember too, these guys aren't playing for anything. They're playing for a trophy. Tiger Woods asked all these guys to play, but there's no real prize money in it.
Oh, it's the other side of it too. You want to see how big this thing could actually get. So, to get a lot of people out right off the bat to kind of have it as a tester. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's going to change, because it seems like it's got some pretty good success running through it already.
Yeah, it's just a test season. And like there's improvements they can already make. I guess they already had some sensor problems and stuff like that. Like there's going to be a lot of upgrades to what's going on. But
yeah, the only thing, like, I think the green is absolutely incredible. It's crazy to think how far you hit before you actually hit the screen, which is kind of crazy too.
Yeah.
But the only thing I really like, it's the sand. If they're in the sand, it's just like they get an easy lie or whatever.
Minus what's his face that shanked it out and hit the stick.
Hit the big Kevin Kisner.
Really?
He's killing it.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
He sculled it out of the sand and hit the flagpole, and it shot off.
Oh God! No, other than that, I mean, but I think everything is kind of pretty cool about that kind of stuff.
I think that the concept is really cool. I don't think the professional golfers are really buying into it. I think it's still virtual golf, and like what they can do out on a real golf course is completely different than what's happening in the virtual golf course.
I just think TPC started it all with that little mini putt thing. You guys were the original.
Yeah. I mean, I won that. I'm the original one, so that worked out really well.
Who like kept paying? Oh, that was Chris Bradford, wasn't it?
Oh, Bradford.
Yeah, I know Bradford played at least like 5 times.
No, it was like 45 times. Like he basically paid for me to play, and I played it once. Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, the TGL is something neat. If people don't know what we're talking about, the TGL, it's at SoFi Stadium. They have like virtual golf by the professionals, 6 teams total, I think, right?
Yeah.
They do weekly matches. It was Tuesday nights, and I think next week is Monday night on Sportsnet if people want to catch it. It's kind of neat, something different.
Mm-hmm.
Some people in the crowd are a little. Some drunk ladies in the crowd for sure.
Perfect.
Just waiting for the guy to start yelling in right after everybody hits. The light the candle guy.
Or mashed potatoes.
Give me back my son. That was a good one too. Or a tiger hitting off the tee at what course were they playing? Where the guy's like, "Yeah, player."
Jesus. Yeah, pretty much. So, what do you guys want to talk about? What's the hot pickings? We could go over the year. We could look back at our previous podcast. So, our first podcast of the year was online personality Jeff Young.
Oh, that was.
What are our thoughts about Jeff Young, guys?
Actually, I haven't seen him in forever. I don't even know how his arm's doing right now.
Well, didn't you hear? I'm pretty sure he died, right?
Oh, cool. Well, I mean, Jen's on the market. Anybody's looking.
He disappeared off the face of the earth. We haven't heard from him. He hasn't been on any podcasts since then. I don't know what's going on.
He hasn't had his YouTube videos going.
Yeah, guy gets surgery on his bad hand and then has to throw with the proper hand, and then he just disappears off the face of the earth.
At least let us know you're okay, Jeff. You can post in the comments.
That's all we ask for. Yeah.
Well, maybe. Sorry, go ahead. You talk about Hopedale. Let's talk about Hopedale.
Hopedale's coming up. It's like 156 individuals, right? I think is what the last post I seen was.
And then Steve's one of the main sponsors again, from what I've been seeing, right? Steve Zimmerman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Steve does a great job for that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Hopedale.
So saw the 5-pin. They were doing a soft roll draw. So if anybody wanted a piece of that, you can get your tickets for it.
Yeah, they're crushing it on doing draws and all that stuff.
I also heard that Hopedale has black bases this year.
I thought they did last year too. But I could be wrong. 172. There we go. Al Paquette. He just ran a live giveaway.
A large draw. Yeah.
Welcome, Al. You want to come on and give us a little Hopedale information? You can. We can send you the link if you want. Yeah, 172 individuals, but they only have room for 256 total, I think it was.
If you're not going to be coming, kindly let them know, because people can either fill up those spots, right?
You don't want them to have the anticipation, Tim, of telling people no, they can't bowl, and then find out you have like 10 extra openings.
Oh, that's my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do.
Hey, I was guilty of it at TPC. So
You were?
it was just the Saturday one. The Friday one, I said I wasn't going to make it.
The Saturday PM one, it's really, that one's not the end of the world because it usually doesn't fill up. But if you're on a Friday, don't be a dick. Like, let's just tell them if you're not going to be there.
Especially the morning ones. The morning and the Friday morning and afternoon, Saturday morning especially. Like those ones are always full. Yeah.
I did send Al the link, but he probably will ghost us.
Yeah, he will. He will. Also, Club Tour posted their top 16 after one event. Matt Houston is running away with it.
Because he won.
Yeah. But whoever finished second, third, and fourth, I believe. Here we go. We got the man, the myth, the legend.
Hey, how's it going, Al?
What's going on, gentlemen? You guys hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Sick.
So what's going on?
Sorry, I don't know. Mitch is probably the guy to talk to you about that, but we've chatted recently, and yeah, it's crazy, really. It's 172 individuals right now, and I think we maxed out. I think we missed out maxing out last year by maybe 5 or 10 or something like that. Like it was super close to like a sellout of all the shifts, and right now I think they're looking at pretty much maxing out a lot of shifts kind of thing. So that's why they kind of opened up the Friday shift, kind of expanded the afternoon shift to 64 instead of 48 or something like that, just to allow an extra 16 entries. because they have 16 lanes, but we're trying to keep the Bakers. Again, I say we, whatever, but this is Mitch's tournament kind of thing. So Mitch and Ron and the guys or the crew at Hopedale are kind of managing this. But from the conversations that I've had with Mitch, that's kind of the reasoning behind it, was just trying to keep Bakers not to finish at like 1 or 2 in the morning kind of thing, and then and whatnot. But I think we'll be able to manage the 64 entries on the Friday afternoon and still get out at a reasonable time. Hence why he reduced Bakers by a couple games. But we know a Bakers, 4-person Bakers, you reduce it by 2 games, you're probably shaving off maybe half an hour kind of thing, right? Like at the very most. Yeah. So it's not a huge change, but yeah, we're just trying to accommodate as many people as we can. We'd hate to say no anybody, but yeah, no, just make sure you get your shifts in. Is all I can say for anybody that's kind of on the fence. But even if you're not coming, as tournament organizers, we always say that, just let us know what's going on. Like if you can't come, it's fine. We rather know ahead of time. We're not going to crucify you. I know it sucks to go back to somebody and kind of go back on your word or whatever, but we get it. It happens every year. So just do it. If you can, it just helps us organize.
You're not policing when you have other things, trying to make sure that everything's going on like on time, or you have a million things to think about when you're running a tournament. Like especially at this juncture kind of thing. We're 2 weeks out. If you're not going to make it to a tournament, most of the time you should know by now. But some people are still, maybe hoping, and then there's always last minute stuff, your sitter backs out or weather's crap or whatever. So we always anticipate a few kind of entries dropping. So it's just the nature of the business. I think you can talk to anybody that runs a bowling tournament of this nature. It always happens. So we expect it. So, but it just kind of a courtesy call to anybody that's on the fence or that knows that they just let us know. Just let us know, let Mitch know, especially Mitch is on holidays next week, so I'm sure he would love to deal with some Hopedale stuff while he's on the beach somewhere. So please reach out to him. He'll be updating the list live from wherever he's going.
Just threaten everybody with blackball. If you guys ghost us,
that's the thing. We're gonna go. Didn't you guys talk about this at one point about kind of getting a blacklist for those people that don't show up or something like that?
100%. Kyle Young just got on the list, so it's been.
Oh, Kyle Young was part of the list. Oh no.
Hey, there's no excuse now. I booked my flight for the next one, and I booked my hotel. So I'm going to be there.
We did actually give the list out, but yeah, I can tell you some repeat offenders. I do like talking about it, but. Yeah.
There you go. We're going to make this podcast interesting. We're going to start calling out some names, eh?
This is the Festivus podcast. We're just getting over the holidays and putting up the metal. It's been a rough start to the new year. So yeah, let's just keep going. Punch that baby.
Did you guys release what the Hopedale Trophy looks like this year? Is it the same as last year or different this year?
No, I believe Mitch is working on something if he hasn't already received it, but he did mention something. I actually don't even remember, to be honest, but he did say that there is a trophy kind of coming out or something coming out. So keep an eye out for that. Cool. Yeah, last year I think you got like some kind of like a map plaque of like Oakdale of Ontario or Oakville or something like that. So it was pretty cool for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool thing about some of the tournaments, especially. I know we do it a lot on the club tour. I know like WCBT has kind of like their tournament trophies and stuff like that. I don't know if they have. I know they give out like shirts and stuff like that as a take home for a lot of their winners as well. But yeah, the club tour has really done a good job with kind of being creative with their take home trophies. I know that's a big part of what I've been doing in Timmins over the last few years is. It's kind of giving somebody a little bit of a memento that they can take home, display on their wall, man cave, or whatever that they have, something to be proud of, and something that represents the tournaments too. So Club Tour is kind of doing the same thing, and obviously we know Nebs with the key that they've kind of created as a staple over there. There's other tournaments in Ontario, like the 400 North, has done a great job with their plaques, which kind of created the inspiration for Timmins' tournament this year. We have Quebec Classic. Matt's done a really good job. He has a really cool kind of trophy. I think it's a crystal trophy that he kind of gives out to his champions too. Even like a smaller tournament up in Northern Ontario in Sudbury, the Buddha Invitational from our friend Rene Gadin, whatever. They got the big championship belt, trophy that's Like, you guys should see this thing. Like, it's a real, like, it's like a leather, like, authentic, like, the thing weighs like, like 5 to 10 pounds, whatever. Like, it's a thick, it's a nice belt, nice quality belt. So it's super cool to see
Tim
those
and them
trophies.
Tim and them do that for the Boxing Day doubles, right, Tim?
Yeah, we have something similar to it, yeah. But yeah,
championship belt.
The belt, it looks awesome though. I seen Jason have it around or out there and promote it. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I was lucky to take her down last year, so it's nicely displayed in a nice little shadow box downstairs on my wall, and I love it. So it's a good memento to have for sure.
Speaking of club tour and the Ontario stuff, how's everything coming along for Timmins?
No, Timmins is really strong. I think we're at 115 or 116 individuals. I think last year we had 100. So a lot more individuals already. I think the fact that we opened up the high roller to have the option for the extra shift entry as well, optional shift entry, I think that garnered, I think we only had like 2 out of the 20 that played last year didn't kind of put in the extra 200. So that gives us like an extra 18 entries. So it's almost like a mini kind of Thursday shift at the same time. Yes. So it was... So I think that was really good. So I think we hit 180 something entries last year. So we're hoping to crack the 200 mark this year. So that's been my goal for the last several years. So it's great, and especially having the support of our sponsors that we have. Everything's 100% plus payout. So everything that comes in and some goes out. So I think that's a huge kind of bonus as well, because we all know. Again, I think we talk about this every year, but going to these tournaments is not cheap. So we try to give out as much money to as many people in different ways. So it's really important for us to do that. But it seems like we found our niche.
What we want to know, Al, is did Dexter book his train ride?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I guess we can talk about that if you guys want. But if y'all didn't know. If y'all didn't know, Al went on a train ride to the Manitoba Open when it was held in Winnipeg, I guess a couple months ago, or just over a month ago. So yeah, Al took a ride from the Folliet train station, took a 20-hour train ride to Winnipeg, and attended the Manitoba Open. So I was talking to Dex about it, and then he said that he might take it to Timmins. So it might be a little bit of a longer ride from Edmonton up to here, but it's a scenic ride. It was a great ride on the train. So if anybody is interested in taking the train, it's about an hour away from Timmins, so I can arrange a pickup if anybody wants to take it. But yeah, it was a journey, but
you just have to book a week off work to get there. That's all.
Yeah, it'll be about a 3-day drive one way for sure. Or 3-day drive, 3-day train ride, just one way.
Yeah. So did you get your own cabin to sleep in, or?
Yeah, we had a sleeper cabin. I don't remember what they called it. Whatever. Shit's gonna piss me off. Yeah, we had a little sleeper cabin, whatever. So like we got in on the train at 11. The schedule. The reason why this happened is just the schedule kind of just worked out really perfect. The train picked us up Wednesday night at 11 p.m. And then we got to Winnipeg at 8 p.m. on Thursday. So it was perfect. So we got onto the train at 11 p.m. The bunk was already set up with like pillows, blankets, toiletries, everything you can imagine. And so we just kind of plopped our luggage, jumped on the train, went to bed, woke up, breakfast on the train, full on pancakes, waffles, eggs, a la carte served, fresh. So like, all meals included. So we had a nice breakfast. Lunch was a nice options as well. Food was great on the train. Yes, it was great. It wasn't airplane food. But then we got to Winnipeg at 8 o'clock. Everything was on time. So then we bowled Friday, bowled Saturday, shit the bed, so didn't play Sunday. But yeah, and then we took off Sunday night. Sunday night there was a bit of a delay, so we got home at like 4 a.m. Monday night. But anyways, just the schedule worked really well with the train. We had never taken a train. I had asked Jess, a girlfriend, see if she had ever wanted to come along. And she said that was actually on her bucket list, was to actually go on a train ride. So we said, you know what? Shit, let's just do it. We got a 40% off kind of Black Friday deal, I think, when we booked it in like early October. So it was really pennies compared to flying out there. So so it was an adventure. We tried something different. Will we do it again? Yeah, I don't know, but
What I want to know is, are you gonna sell the video footage you took of the train station to Steven Spielberg for a horror film? Like, how's that gonna work out? It was the sketchiest video I've ever seen.
Was it in Winnipeg?
you're gonna make me. You want me to send it to you so you guys can play it or what?
Oh,
Yeah, that's great.
If it was the Via, you went to the Via building, I guess.
Yeah. So I didn't know. This is the first time taking a train, right? So I have no idea what's going on. But I found out that there was a Via Rail station in Folliet. So Folliet is about an hour away from here, and it's like a small, like there's maybe a couple hundred people there, if that, whatever, right? So, but I'm like, oh, whatever, we'll go. They must have a station and like a parking lot and like whatever there, right? Because like they pick people up there. So I will. Am I still logged in here?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, because I'm gonna go to my messenger and send Carrie the video, and if he wants to share it, whatever, then
Sounds good.
I can only imagine. He's talking about like outside Timmins, not outside Winnipeg.
Outside Timmins.
Okay,
An
well,
hour outside Timmins.
Yeah. I guess Kyle, like, I guess I can ask you this: do you miss Winnipeg at all? Do you miss the people? Well, you must miss some of the people.
Well, no, like that's what I mean. There's things that I do miss about it, but I'm not going to complain that I'm somewhere that the coldest day it's been so far is -2, so barely any snow.
Yeah.
okay, I think I sent it.
Okay.
They sent it to me.
Tim, yeah.
I want to forward it to Carrie because I'm terrible.
I don't know. You were up in my chat, so it was just easier to text you.
Done.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, it's just a quick little video, but that's basically like the video is just basically me and my first impressions and basically what it was like just pulling up to the Via Rail station to get picked up by a train in this town. And this is like, 10 o'clock at night in the middle of winter. So segue. It was just stupid. It was stupid. Like it just, yeah.
I
It was
will
interesting to say at least.
add it here so we can all see it and all go through it, same as you did.
Okay.
That was another thing that I was actually talking to a few people was like, you know what? I think people, from the 5-pin community put it up in the chat or whatever, but what would people think of like, video blogs of people going to tournaments? Like step-by-step process of like, part of the travel, even part of like the booking stages, how you budget, how you, do certain things.
I think there's a lot of interest in it. I know me and Dexter were going to do it a couple of years ago, and we got obviously busy with WCBT
Looks like I have
stuff.
coins.
But Jeff Young did some of that stuff, and I think it got pretty good views.
Here's a little documentation of the Folliet extravaganza. This is the entrance to Folliet, wonderful train station. A little bit of equipment over there. I think there's like CN trucks over there. There's some random train kind of trailers, whatever, on the tracks. This is where I'm going to park right there. Here's the building. Very small building, currently unattended. There's some train lights over there from the tracks. There's the entrance with a little phone. There's that flickering light on the inside, not scary at all. Unlocked, unmanned. Just a random room here. Here's the employee only section, so maybe that's where the attendant will come. Not scary at all.
I'm sorry, Al. I could not handle that. I would not be entering that building. Nope.
I had done a little bit of a sweep the first time I got into it, but I was mildly afraid, and I felt like I needed to document this in case somebody found my phone later on in life or something like that. Because so
Total jerk with the horror music in the background and just going.
yeah, Jess did not get out of the vehicle at all. Whatever she was not getting out of there. And like there's like an employee only section, so I assumed like there'd be like an attendant to come and like check my ticket or like check my luggage or something. No, man. The train literally pulled up on the tracks and picked us up from the side of the tracks, grabbed my checked bag that I had, put it in the trailer. We jumped onto the train and went. No one checked my ticket, but like I guess they knew they were picking up two people. We were literally the only two people there, so they kind of assumed it was us. But like didn't check nothing, man. Didn't check a bag. Didn't check weight. Didn't check nothing. Just walked into that thing and went right to bed.
Oh my god.
But yeah, otherwise it was great.
Cool. I like that.
But yeah, see stuff like that, right? A little bit of content like that. You put that on a page, or you create a video and stuff like that about a bowler's journey, because we all have these stupid stories of travel stories or horror stories when people travel and whatnot. And I don't know. I think it's entertaining. So you create those memories, right?
Yeah. I think it would do really well. Honestly.
Yeah.
We'll have to do it. Maybe we'll do it for Hopedale. We'll do a little video blog. But how do you do it? Do you do content like live content, or do you just do clippets and videos and then just kind of put a montage together and then do one release video?
I think I would do it that way. Like just looking at the bowling vlog content that's out there for like 10 pin stuff like that, like Brad Miller and Kyle Sherman, they film snippets and then they put it all together and release it. I think that's a good route, but I think it's whatever you're willing to do. That's a lot of work, right? Doing it live, it's not so much work.
Just doing it live is not so much work. It's the editing part that personally don't know where to start. So that would be my personal problem with that. Hence why I feel like I'm shaking a lot. I'm freezing. Sorry. But it's cold.
Like filler recording, like unless you have all the equipment and doing kind of like the time lapse and all that, I think that would probably be like the biggest thing with me, because then it would just look so disjointed. Because it's like, yeah, here, this is blah, blah, blah. Show a little picture of you driving. I'm at the airport. Woo!
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit tough, but that's why you also need the right people to do it, right? You need people that, can be in front of a camera kind of thing, right? That can talk properly, that can create that content, talk about, obviously the travel and stuff like that and whatnot, but also like kind of during the tournament, right? Being able to take a snippet here and there in between games or something like that, saying, hey, like, shit, I just shot a $180 or something like that. These are my thoughts, whatever. And then this is the adjustments I'm going to make. And then kind of do kind of like every 2 games or something like that as you go through a shift kind of thing, right? To get the understanding of a bowler, whether it's a good shift or a bad shift, right? Everybody has a different kind of train of thought. And as bowlers, great. We see the Tyler Tigats of the world and stuff like that, always playing well. But it'd be nice to get a visualization or an understanding of those, I don't want to say fringe bowlers, but those ones that, don't make the cuts all the time. You can see them struggle, you can see them make cuts, and then have a good understanding of both sides, how it works and stuff like that.
I think that's one thing, like, because I consume a lot of like YouTube video just for like creation ideas and stuff like that. Like Quest for the Open is like a big one for golf in the UK. There's lots of guys that do videos like that. They're trying to make obviously the British Open and stuff like that. I think it makes a lot of sense. The people that are trying to make cuts that aren't, I guess you would say, the ones like you're saying, makes it all the time. I think those people get a lot more views because you see the struggles, you see the commitment it takes to continuously go.
And you get the buy-in from people buying into the journey, right? Yeah. The journey of them getting from point A to point B, and then when they get to that high stage, you live those highs with them, right? Because you follow their journey, you become a little bit more invested in it kind of personally, right? And I think that's where, 5-pin, we got some characters on tour, right? Like we got so many good stories, right? The people have, the struggles that they've gone through or injuries that they've gone through or, mental struggles, whatever people have gone through, whether they're personal lives, but they go to bowling to try to persevere and try to be better at something that they know they're good at kind of thing, right? So I think there's a lot of ways that we can promote the sport, and I think people just need to put their stories out there, right? But it's not easy. It's not easy, right? There's lots of time and there's a lot of effort, and just stepping out of your comfort zone.
You pay me, I'll come film you on your journey.
I gotta pay you.
Yeah. Well, I'm filming you, so you don't have to do it.
No, now you want? What are you saying? I'm on a journey now. Yeah. Do I fit the criteria of being that fringe bowler? I guess I'm that kind of guy. I make a few cuts here and there in Ontario. I can't make the cuts over there out west, whatever. But maybe one day we'll make one.
Because we use oil out here.
Timmins has now conditioned lanes for a good 18 months now. They've been steady for the last couple of years. So if you ask those that attended the Invitational last year, you can tell the pinfall's had gone down, or it was a little bit more challenging to some. So it was a different thing. So I don't know what we're going to do this year for the lanes, but we might let them dry out a little bit.
We have somebody joining us from
What
Vegas.
Oh, the star of the show.
How's it going,
Tables
guys?
must not be good.
Good. Where
he's
right now?
Oh, I don't know if my audio is working. How are things going?
It's good.
Good.
Where are you at right now? Let us know.
I'm at Excalibur.
Excalibur.
Waiting for Brad to land.
Uh-oh.
Waiting for Brad to land. I should be meeting up with them in about 40 minutes.
Oh, okay. You went out earlier than everybody else?
They land. Well, it was the cheapest flight, and I got there early, and I got to do my own thing. I bought some shoes. Things are good. I went and bought a bottle of booze. So.
Oh no.
We're doing all right.
Fireball?
Yeah, of course
It might be. It might be.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
How's podcast going?
It was going really good. You kind of just
Hey, you didn't have to stop for me. Go ahead, continue.
Dexter just heard us talking about him. That's why he signed in there.
Actually,
we're talking about.
Al wants to know if you ended up booking your train ticket to Timmins yet.
Oh, absolutely. You'll see me in 2028.
We just seen. We just showed the nice video of the terminal or the building in Foleyet that I showed you when we were in Winnipeg. There, the nice creepy terminal. So.
Yeah, if you
everybody
got chopped up, that's where it would have been.
No, I survived. It's good. The car was even there when I got back. So, I left my car there for 4 days, not knowing if it was going to be there when I got back, but it was still there.
I honestly think that'd be super fun to take a train all the way there and back. I know. I think it'd be fun to take the train there, and I think it'd be less fun to take the train back.
Yeah, agreed.
Fair. Because the ride back from Winnipeg was probably worse. So yeah, the ride there wasn't too bad because of the excitement. It's your first time on a train, whatever, great. But on the ride back, being 7 hours behind schedule and landing in town at 4 a.m. wasn't ideal. So, but yeah, I agree. Take the train here and then just fly back.
Could you imagine if we had 12 guys taking the train on the party train all the way there?
Just
you guys would have
for that one. It would make it better because it's 48 hours apparently to make
Yeah.
it.
The train had food cars and activity cars. They had trivia nights. They had a band playing the one night in the back where the bar is. They had bingos during the days. Seriously, imagine if you had 2 cars full of just bowlers.
Yeah,
that'd be wild, man.
Yeah. I think it'd be awesome.
They have showers in there and stuff like that. You can clean and yourself up. Whatever you're stuck in there for 2 days. Yeah, you better get showered.
48 hours of our party train. Yeah, we need showers for sure.
Yeah.
Pick me up. See, we know it was season. See,
I somehow doubt the train goes to Thompson.
He'll go up to Winnipeg and pick him up.
Yeah,
from
he
there.
can fly down to Winnipeg. He gets free flights to Winnipeg, so he can do that.
Check the schedule. Maybe there's a neighboring city that they can pick him up, just like my Foleyet is.
Carrie,
we'd have to leave. We'd have to leave on the 18th. So on the Tuesday, it's $294. That's not bad.
It's a return
one way.
From Edmonton?
That's one way.
But you know what? That isn't
Edmonton.
bad. And like honestly, doing it one time, I think would be absolutely worth it.
But then we have to stay there till Wednesday before we can leave again.
No, we're taking a flight home. We are 100% taking a flight home.
It doesn't include, like, was the food included?
Yeah, the food was included in my price. I paid $375 return from Foliette, and food was covered, and that's breakfast, lunch, dinner every day.
How do you say
every day for the Well, that's the thing. That's why we, like you said, we got this like 40% off Black Friday coupon, and we just decided to book it. And if you didn't know, like
I could meet you in Edmonton because I could leave on the morning of the 18th. Meet you guys in Edmonton because
we need a bowling part. We need a bowling party train, and we need to get Via Rail on board as a sponsor and be the whole cross Canada tour. And we got something going here, boys.
It's gonna be like a Monopoly game. We're gonna get there and we're gonna go directly to jail.
It's a little expensive if you want to sleep in a bed. If you just want to sit in a chair, it's like $290. If you want to sleep, it's like $380. So
what? What do they call that? They call it a sleeper. There was a funny name to it.
Yeah.
There was a funky name to it. I don't remember what it was.
A berth.
Berth. That's the one. Sorry, I'm zooming my phone here. I'm plugging in my phone. My phone's dying. You're getting seasick for a minute there.
Just have to like grab a polar bear to get up there.
But side note, Mitch just sent me a picture of the beginning of our Oakville Club Tour event trophy.
Oh,
so there is something being in the works, and it's looking like something. Anyways, it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, it'll be done before the event. 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away.
Yeah. So when Tim mentioned like the old Western Canadian days, Jerry Anderson always tells us a story. So they won provincials, and the next day they had to go on a train. Like you had to go. You had to go, and you had to go on a train to play nationals. I was like, I just can't believe, like, how do you bank on working? Like, do you book it off just in case, like, or you not book it off? Like, yeah,
that'd be great. But think about the team camaraderie with that. You know, you just finished provincials, so you're on a high. You guys obviously got along well. Then you get on a train and you party to get to the next place because you just won. Like, I think that'd be absolutely awesome.
It'd be cool.
What if you lose, though?
Well, you don't get on the train.
Yeah,
but what if you want to party still? You just get on the train. Just
you just get on the train. Yeah.
Dwight got super hammered, I guess, and he didn't make it, and Jerry did, and he was going with her, and he was just like, she's like, get on the train. He's like, I don't want to.
Love it. What else do you guys want to talk about? What's going on? This whole podcast, we had no real direction, and it's taken 3 different directions in the last 30 minutes. So
honestly, I told Tim that I might pop on, and he's like, well, if we have like a guest or whatever, then I don't want to. And then I was like, yeah, that's fair. And then I saw who was on. I was like, I'm safe.
100%.
I am good to pop on.
I'm glad you joined. That's awesome. So you're staying at the Excalibur, is my guess.
Yeah, just Excalibur. I got free rooms there, so staying there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
T-Rob mailed me $200 and I blew it all already.
It's cold there, just like at Al's house.
It's 15 degrees during the daytime and like 2 or 3 at night.
Ooh.
Yikes.
That's not bad. It's better than Alberta. I landed -20. I had to coat check a jacket because it's going to be too damn cold.
You coat check the jacket?
Yeah. You could do that at the airport. It's free.
Have you won
I've
money
never.
yet?
No, I have lost everything I put in. T-Rob's money, my money, lost it all. Yeah.
How much longer are you there?
Till Sunday.
Yeah, he's not. Hey, I mean,
that's why he's on the podcast, because he's got no more money, so he might as well save some time here.
This was the day I was expecting to lose most of my money. The rest of the days, I don't know how much gambling I'll be doing. So,
spoiler alert: Dexter not playing Sunday enables me and Gary to play a little bit more.
Honestly,
Gets Gary and Tim some playing time.
That's what we said at Masters, and we kept on thanking him. It was like, "Thanks, bud. We got to play a little bit more." Too.
No. Gary never did. You did. You said it over.
I said on behalf of Gary's behalf too. Gary understood.
It's fair.
You guys got to kill it on Sunday. I got faith in you guys.
We're playing Kyle.
We have to beat Kyle, so.
You guys are
I got to even it out. I got to even it out here. I'm on Team Kyle for this podcast. So. Coming from the mighty Plucks. I don't even know one of the OG teams, I guess, but
you are the OG team.
The Mighty Plucks. That was still like one of my favorite jerseys. One of the best logos.
Look at this. We're reminiscing about the good old days.
For that.
Hey,
that was
guess
awesome.
What, guys? You can get a Mighty Plex crew neck.
Can you?
Can you still buy one?
Yes, you can.
That orange hoodie with a Mighty Plex logo would look.
There you go. Just show up. Just show up at the Invitational with your Mighty Plex uniform. Maybe we'll get you a free drink or something like that.
Tempting.
25.
You're gonna come. I tried to give you guys a free entry years ago, but you're gonna come back for a free drink.
You're right,
hey, Al. You're completely.
That was your fireball there, buddy.
that one wasn't great. That one wasn't great.
Welcome to the live podcast of Dexter getting ripped on Fireball.
I've hardly drank today, honestly. But if I'm gonna go meet up at Jason Aldean's bar, I better fire it up a little.
Yeah, because country is
literally
your.
Yeah. Country is my nemesis, so I gotta balance things out a little.
Fair enough.
I don't know. The three of us taking on the two of you would be a pretty good throwdown, I think.
No. Kyle is on you, man. I'm not a fighter, man.
Well,
I'll stand my ground. I'm pretty solid. I'll be like an offensive lineman or something.
We did need to hear you say.
What's that?
Solid.
No.
You're pretty solid.
Yeah.
I feel like Kyle could. I feel like Kyle could fight.
He's from Winnipeg, man.
You don't have a choice.
Ooh, and I'm from Timmins too, man. It's pretty got a lot of street cred up in here in Timmins. So
look, I can hold my own from Wetaskiwin. Like I don't know about the Edmonton boys.
There, you know.
Tim's pretty quiet over there, so I think he's irrelevant. So that's fine. Carrie's an accountant, so like, what is he capable of?
Yeah, but I'm from the
He's a farm boy too. So I went and bought some stews today at the outlet mall, and I took an Uber back, and it was this woman from Peru, and her best friend had moved to Winnipeg, and I looked at her and I was like, "Why?" For the love of God, why? Out of all the places, why did she move to Winnipeg?
The new ambassador of Canada, asking people why they're moving to Canada. Good job, Dexter.
I just want to point out that for this time, I'm not shit talking Winnipeg. It's somebody else.
It's just a running joke, and I hope Winnipeg knows that we do love you guys. Just the city is a little sketch.
In all honesty,
you're right. We love the people.
There's areas of Winnipeg that are bad. Winnipeg's actually a decent place to live. Cost of living's great. There's lots of things you can do. It's just cold.
The minus 40 wind chill every day, no matter what the sun is doing, sucks. But
I don't know. It didn't really start getting cold until like late December this year. There was pretty.
I don't know. It was colder for the 3 or 4 days that I was there. It was colder in Winnipeg than it was in Timmins, and I can't say that I've said that too many places that I've been to. So
that was also
other than it being cold, it was a beautiful city, and I have nothing but good things to say about Winnipeg.
Okay, nobody got shot by the cops when you guys.
That's what I'm saying. When I was there, there was no stabbings.
I've done the math, and I've gone to like 45 to 50 cash tournaments. There's only been one that I've gone to where somebody has been murdered. Well, not murdered, shot by the cops, a car crash, and raided by SWAT in the same weekend. I haven't had any of those things happen at any other cash tournament.
But the publicity happened,
But it all
and
happened
you
in
ended
one.
up getting
All
the
in
word
one. It
out
was
that
a day.
it happened
It
in
was a day.
Winnipeg,
One
so
day.
people want
It
to
was
do
the
it.
craziest day at a cash tournament ever.
I've been to a time where at a cash tournament that there was cops brought in.
Yeah, that's true. I'm visiting that guy tonight. Mr. Brown.
Oh, not another time.
Oh, so there's more than one.
You're talking about Brad, but no, not Brad. I'm talking about Stefanition.
Oh,
Scottsdale.
steal of a deal.
Steal of a deal. Yeah.
Wow. Those are inside.
This sounds like a year in review from like several years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
do we tell that story?
We don't talk about the Stefanition story. No, it's not.
Is that not public knowledge? Is that
no? I just think the person who had it affected. I don't think she really feels like it still stings. So I just gotta leave it at that.
Well, we don't have to mention her name. We can just say there was a gentleman that bowled out a red deer, went to Scottsdale bowling tournament, and made the cut, but then decided to steal some said items.
Before we get there, makes the cut. Then there's a Calcutta, and then he wasn't there for the Calcutta, so Matt Eisenhower bought him for $25 at the Calcutta, and then he literally stood up and was like, "Wow, that is a steal of a deal." Go ahead.
He was a pretty good player.
And then he got in trouble with the law. Yeah. I will say this is actually
show up the next day.
Yeah, he didn't show. Actually, I got a free pass. I actually played against him. But I will say that the funny story about that is obviously you can't bring in the 33rd bowler in, right? And I mean, we always make fun of him a little bit, but Aaron was the 33rd bowler, aren't? And then at TPC the same year, Tom Stevenson fell down the stairs at Howell's, and he went to the hospital, and Aaron was the 33rd bowler because Tom couldn't bowl. So both, like 3 cash tournaments, he was alternate and couldn't get in because there was no rule about letting him play. So I mildly find it funny now we look at it, but I felt bad for Aaron just a little bit.
He was the Rob Wolfson before Rob Wolfson was Rob Wolfson.
That's true. 100%.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the little post about bowling brand war? What brand would you be playing for? Let's go around the horn. Timmy's Olympic, that's a no-go.
Whatever the Timmins house balls are.
Timmins house balls.
I can play Olympic. I mean, I can find some people to play Olympic with me.
Like 4 people total.
I have 4. I can 4 sets. Maybe I'll just play all 4.
I'll just start divvying them up. Like in all honesty, I'm pretty sure most of us have like almost every type of ball possible.
Yeah, it would just be like you would announce your brand loyalty, and then that's what you'd have to play the event with or whatever.
I'll go with the type that I have the most sets of, and that's Starlight, because I have like 8 or 9 sets. So I'm like Thanos or my Infinity Stone. You get these nice.
Kyle, I might have to go on the Crusher's side pretty soon here. That's a lot of bowling balls.
What about you, Al?
I'd be Cyclone or Comanche, but I'd probably more Cyclone because I only know 2 other people with Cyclones, with Comanches, so Cyclones.
Fair.
Yeah.
What about you, Al? I know you said house balls, but like you bring bowling balls to tournaments, so like what is that?
I bring the Timmins house balls to bowling tournaments.
Do you?
I steal them off the rack. Well, I steal them. I usually tell them that. I'd be like, hey, grabbing a couple balls, going to wherever. She's like, yeah, just bring them back. And I bring them back
too. I've only used house balls in Sherwood Park all year.
Like literally since the beginning of last year, when I kind of started making cuts, it's literally the only balls I've used everywhere I go, and it's been playing fairly well so far. So I haven't really changed anything.
Which ones are they? Are they the urethanes?
I think they're like speckled Paramounts or something.
Yeah, the Paramount house balls. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been playing with, and I'll stick to that till I don't feel it anymore. But it's been a good year and a half, so I'm gonna keep going with it.
Team soft roll.
Okay. I'm going to throw it out.
Just because you want Jeff as a sponsor, that's all.
No, it's because I have like 9 sets of soft rolls. That'd be the reason why.
And they're all different?
Yep, all different sizes and weights.
Jesus.
Hot take here. I think weight and size make a difference, but I don't think it matters what brand you throw sometimes. I really don't think it matters.
Tim, how would you know since you only throw one?
I threw Starline this year for half a shift for 1,800. Yeah.
Your sample pool is so
You have now
minuscule.
played 0.01% of your games with something other than Olympics.
Would you no, actually time out. Would you say it's 0.94?
You guys didn't get that reference, or
That's the average pro's winning percentage.
yeah?
Oh no.
0.094. Not
0.094. Do you think that would be? Thank you, Al. At least somebody found it funny. There we go.
I pay attention.
Is there super relegation?
Super relegation.
Okay, anyway, back to the bowling ball thing.
Yeah.
Tim's gonna break that broom and throw it between the two teams, and they gotta fight it out.
I think they make a difference, Tim.
Yeah, if you don't think the compositions make a difference, then you are missing out, homie.
Well, but that's what I mean. I guarantee that, like, when we're going to tournaments, it's not like you're just bringing one type of ball.
Exactly.
Like my bag, I always have a set of star lines and a set of soft rolls depending on what house it is, right? Well, besides Al, you're bringing
and
the alley
Tim,
ball.
and Tim.
Maybe I should be bringing more. Maybe I should be bringing more bowling balls. Maybe I'll make a cutout west.
I bring 4 different kind of bowling balls with me.
But he never brings them out. He just
why would you do
I
that?
brought them out.
At your own center. You didn't bring them. They were there.
I have a Manhattan. I have 2 Olympics. I have 2 hard rolls, and I have a Starline.
Tim, I really want to see you walk into a bowling alley with a 2SP Epco bowling bag.
They don't fit in my shoes.
Just a little 2-ball handle one. Just walk in with that. That's all you need.
Stu Ryan it with a grocery bag, please.
Yeah. Why do you have a suitcase? It's
my
for carrying your
shoes.
socks. You have an abundant amount of socks in there. That's what it's for. You have a suitcase for socks.
My clothes. I also have a bunch of medical stuff in there. KT tape, liquid bandage, 8535. All that stuff, Tylenol.
The good old over 30 bowlers package right there.
Yeah, it's all my sliders
carried in your bag. It's gonna be a long.
It's crazy. Like, people are like, "Do you have something?" Yeah, I have the icy hot roller. Like, you can use it. Like, no
Tim's the pharmacy of bowling tournaments.
I am. Yeah.
I'm charging my massage gun as we speak to go to Oakville in a couple of weeks. So just got to make sure it's ready to go.
Yeah, you just never know, man. Like, I have like nail clippers in there. Usually have like deodorant. Like, you just never know when you need something.
It's true.
It's funny, like the one thing in my bowling bag that probably makes no sense to anybody, I carry Q-tips with me.
Q-tips.
Because I'm like OCD about clean ears.
Wow.
See Kyle in the washroom on the Sunday finals, whatever. Hold on, guys, I gotta go clean my ears.
I'll do it in the washroom. I'll do it in front of anybody. I don't care.
Yeah, let me just make sure all my orifices are clean. But
that's a good one, Kyle.
Weber will trim his eyelashes. He cuts them short so that they don't interfere with his eyesight while bowling.
Open your eyes, man.
There's a subject who's got weird superstitions or weird quirks like that. My God, those are out there. I can't say I have anything weird like that.
See, my Q-tip thing's already out the window,
We're just exposing Weber right now. Also, he can't wipe with anything other than like baby wipes.
Wet wipe. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's
a critical thing.
The whole eyebrow thing. That's mess.
Eyelashes.
It's not even eyebrow. It's the eyelashes.
It's the
like
lashes.
He's trimming the lashes.
Like
I haven't touched my eyelashes like ever.
Weber, I'm so sorry when you listen to this. I am so sorry. But how do you trim those?
Do eyelashes grow back faster the more you cut them? Is that a thing?
I wonder how many people are going to start trimming their eyelashes after this podcast, because clearly it's worked for Adam in his career.
Yeah.
Maybe we've been doing it wrong.
Yeah, maybe that's a secret.
Like there have been times where like an eyelash will like get into like where it's like kind of get fuzzy or whatever.
If you're
But,
Adam Weber, that don't happen to you.
It's super rare, but I mean, I get it, but I'd be afraid of stabbing myself in the eye.
We're just you go in bashing him, and then you're like backing up here. Well, this one time it kind of happened. So
how do you coordinate to cut them while like squinting?
I think the demonstration from Dex too.
If there's scissors around Dexter, make sure they're put away or something like that, because the amount of fireball that he's had, I don't need him to start cutting into his eyeballs.
It's not that much. That's how much I've had.
Okay.
How long were you sitting at a machine while they were feeding you?
They don't come around that much on this trip. On the Fremont, they do, but here, not so much. Yeah,
not so much.
Yeah.
Any other superstitions, Tim?
Sorry?
Superstitions, Tim?
I have superstitions, but nothing like a fucking eyebrow thing. I don't. I'm just mind blowing. Okay, I
can't believe you didn't know that.
See, we're learning something new.
Hey, Jeff Young, guys.
Oh, Jeffy, that's a Guy Fieri reference. That's to me.
Here.
I walked into when I went to Newfoundland for their event in May. I stayed at Jeffy and Jen's place, and I walked into the bowling alley, and then somebody's like, "Oh man, Guy Fieri's here," and then I kind of just stuck for the weekend, and then I became Guy Fieri. So
I can see it though.
I just need the blonde frosted tips there, and then maybe shave off the beard and just turn into a goatee, with a little blonde goatee. I actually contemplated getting a Halloween costume and like getting like a fire flame shirt, whatever, and then just freaking
make a tour shirt Al with like Al like flavors Al. Yeah.
Do it. At least
there's gonna be a surprise for Jeffy. I gotta
a nice guy. So like that.
I got it. I don't care. I thought it was funny. I thought it was great.
I think it was good. It was. I do like the Flavor Town thing. I think that would be really good.
Yeah, it was. It was fun. It's definitely something that's stuck. So yeah, that's a running joke now.
So this did answer our question. Jeff Young is still alive.
Woo!
Yes.
Jeffy.
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
We need Jeffy. We need Jeffy on. But yeah, I chat with Jeffy every couple days, whatever, check up on him and stuff like that. He's doing all right, so he's alive and well.
Good.
Working through his rehab. Oh yes, Fieri for the win.
Is that a win, Al? Is that a win? Do you know?
I don't know. It's I'm ahead of somebody on the list, so that's one in my books.
Cindy's comment kills me. She's
I didn't see Cindy's comment.
He does look surprised all the time.
Cindy does do lashes as well, so she would know what it would be like.
Yeah, he's gonna have like murder lashes. Just stab people with them.
Anyway, so my superstition, I have to wear white socks. That's a Bruce Mortar thing. Have to put my left sock on, my left foot on, my left shoe on first instead of my right shoe.
Really?
Yeah, I will never put my right one on first. When I'm bowling well, I have my superstitions like my bottle label and stuff like that. Point in certain directions. Same.
Okay, Rafael Nadal.
I have to have it on the right way. It works though.
So now we all know the way to mess with Tim if you're bowling.
Just fuck around with his bottle.
Bottle around every time he's up on the lane.
Turn his bottle and then weigh his balls.
Okay. I honestly got abused. Like that. For my set to be the only one weighed and and measure is bullshit. Nobody else got this done.
They ran out of time, Tim. They ran out of
Yeah.
time.
Oh, only one person gets it. Like, ran out of time.
Okay.
Abused is a bit extreme.
Yeah, that's probably another inside information. So people listening, the one tour finals, we decided that we were going to measure and weigh bowling balls so the commentators had more information about the bowler so they could share it with the audience. Tim was super skeptical about weighing his bowling balls because he didn't want to know the weights of them for whatever reason. But he conceded and did it, but we ran out of time, so he was the only one that had it done.
He was
the 12 bowlers.
He might have been the happiest I've ever seen Tim. He was thrilled.
He was not happy about that.
I was like, holy fuck, guys. Yeah.
It's great.
We're sorry, Tim. We're sorry.
Yeah, you're not sorry.
Touchy subject, I see.
Yeah. You know what abuse is? This.
Bam! Wow. Right in the kisser.
That was in
That's like that looks like the 3-year anniversary coming soon. Was that January 20th?
Oh, one more time. Oh, it is.
Oh, there you go. Date check.
Oh,
there you go. 3-year anniversary.
For that.
Five.
You should schedule a post for January 20th at 10:11 a.m. whatever, and have that posted for the official 3-year anniversary.
100%.
Yeah, great thoughts. Great thoughts.
Can we need to make a shirt, Terry. We need to make a broom shirt. Those would sell. Those would sell.
Like a cartoon character, Tim holding the broom.
Just a silhouette of like him with the broom kind of sticking up, whatever, and his like bent over reaction or something like that, just on the shirt.
100%. The broom laying there, and Tim just hunched
You
over.
just need the
100%.
skill, like when Lyle ended up getting.
Just
over the line at Nationals.
Yeah, we'll get something for the anniversary. I got 5 days to figure this out.
I was thinking
about
about
tagline that says it could always be worse or something like that. Like I like it.
Just look at us providing ideas for the 5PU and BPG and stuff like that. Look at this. We're the new marketing team.
Um,
there you go, Luke. There you go. AI will just do it.
I will say,
Luke, settle down. You're taking away our graphic designer's job. Like, slow down.
I was thinking about selling some photos, some 8x10s.
You selling some pictures or what?
Of that.
Of that, and I'll sign it. Yeah, for sure, I would do it. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure when I went to Jeff's house in Newfoundland, I'm pretty sure the one of the Weisberg's photos is up somewhere in his house. I don't remember where it was, but I'm pretty sure it's up somewhere.
It is. He was one of the 5 that bought it. Yeah.
Sorry, who was that?
Jeffy.
Jeff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He was all over it too.
Yeah, has it probably displayed in his, I think it was in his office, whatever, where he has his other sports stuff kind of thing there. A little picture of Tim. I don't know why it's there. Hopefully he doesn't spend too much time there, but to each their own.
I love it. We'll get something made up. The anniversary, 3-year anniversary is a big deal. It's a big deal.
It is.
Uh-oh.
That's Monday, yeah. Okay, you know what?
Oh, Mike, let's hear it. Let's hear it, Mike. Mike, you going to come down for the Crushers on Sunday?
Oh, we might have something for Mike if he does come down as a live viewer.
Ooh, Mike, you might have something.
It's our one and only fan, guys, so we really gotta hope and pray.
We're actually we're gonna have a rep league at that same time in there.
We're gonna have what?
Rep team.
Rep
team. Nice. So that's good. I'll send it. It's a great. That's a.
What else do we want to talk about? We could start wrapping this up. So, like, one big last final hurrah. What do you guys got going on? Who's excited to watch the Crushers? That's what I want to know.
I'm sad I'm not there, but I'm excited for everybody to get back on the playing field. You know, It's been a while.
Yeah.
So.
How about just a general excitement of getting into like tournament season? Like we're a couple weeks after the new year, and now it's like open qualifiers starting up, Masters kind of coming up, cash tournaments. Check this out. I want to check to see something if it would stick. I was talking to some guys about this, and I tried to tagline the gauntlet, and the gauntlet would basically be Hopedale, Timmins, and then Regina. 3 tournaments in a 4-week span.
Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, tournament season has started. At the start of the year, I did Medicine Hat, and then Dawson Creek, and then Calgary, all in 5 weeks.
It's crazy, right? There's always something.
2 months is insane out here. Like, we had interiors last weekend. Pro League this week. The following week we have open trials. Then February we have Regina Masters doubleheader. So it's like every weekend it's something else.
Yes.
Yeah. Congrats, Cindy.
Yeah. Want to touch base? Yeah. Cindy made her first nationals last weekend. So we're going to Saskatoon.
Going to Saskatoon.
I'm excited for her. She played very well. So obviously,
Cindy, it's a good city. That's where I won my first gold medal. So.
Carrie with the shameless plug. So that's where I won a gold medal.
Hey, Central players support Central.
She's put a lot of time in and a lot of effort, and she's playing way better than she's ever played. So, happy that she.
Congrats, Cindy.
Yeah, pretty happy.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, BC North has already done their open trials. There's a few places that have already started their open trials. Ontario,
they had theirs last weekend.
Has done a lot of their open trials.
PEI completed all theirs too.
That's right. Yep, saw that too. Yep, it's good. We're in icy.
This is going to be insane.
But I mean, there is like a 3-week break in between the Open and Regina for us, so that's not bad.
Well,
yeah, that's why the gauntlet was more or less. There's not too many people doing the new gauntlet, whatever. Maybe Mitch and Greg, I think, might be the only 2. I don't know. I think Cody, was planning on going to Regina too. So maybe, yeah, I think he was there. I think Matty H might be going too. So those are maybe a couple guys that'd be running those 3 tournaments in a 4-week spell. But that's just sounded crazy. I had contemplated doing it, but with just time off, whatever, I just had to pick my battles. So we're not going to do the gauntlet. But I got really excited about it because I really thought about it. But
Jonas will be doing it too.
I don't know if Jonas is coming to Timmins yet. I don't know if he's on my list yet. So I'm not sure. But yes, I know he's been trying to come up to Timmins. I think he had made a post or something like that about looking to get like somebody to travel up with or something like that. So I don't know if he's been able to find somebody to bring him up. But if anybody knows Jonas, I met him, chatted with him at the last tournament, I think in Oakville or in. It was either 400 North or the August Club Tour, and we had a good chat there. So seems like a good dude. He looks like he's traveling out west a lot too, whatever, and he's really getting involved. So it's super nice to see that.
TPC was the first time I really had like a good conversation with him, and working the till, it was interesting because like he showed up and he came in and like you could tell he was just ripped. And then and then you could smell that he was just ripped. And then I was like, he's ordering food immediately when it comes up to the counter. And he's like, okay, I'll order this. I'm like, okay, just so you know, our kitchen is pretty backed up. Like that one's going to take like 40, 50 minutes, but we do have slices of pizza over here that you could have right now. And he's like,
that sounds good.
And then we both just started laughing because we both knew what was going on. And I'm like, I like this guy. It was good. Yeah. It's a great bonding moment.
And Luke chimed up, or you guys put up his comment there. Did he say that he's registered for Timmins, or he's not registered for Timmins, but he's coming up? Or Luke, chime in on that. I'm coming, and I'm not on the list yet. Well, how come you didn't tell me you're coming so I can put you on the list?
Yeah, you should probably get on the list.
Yeah, get on the list, Luke. We just talked about this earlier.
That's part of tournament preparation.
I think Sly and Alex are going to be there as well. I don't know. Are they coming to Timmins?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're not doing Hopedale because of their Masters or Open kind of finals, I think, that they have on that weekend. So I think for Club Tour, I think that'll just be a one-off, year. I think there's a reason why it's not on the same weekend, but I think it might revert back to it next year. So, but yeah, unfortunately this year for Hopedale, the Quebec crew is unfortunately doesn't work out with their schedule. But but we'll gladly accept them to come to Timmins. And we've seen a pretty big influx of the Quebec crew coming to Timmins. So it's kind of working out behind the scenes, but obviously we love seeing the Quebecers and we support everything they do. So we love to support them, and even Matt putting up the Quebec Classic. He's got a big influx of entries already with his tournament, so he's doing a lot of good work up there too. So we wish them the best with their provincial open in a couple weeks for the Quebec crew, but we're going to miss them at Hopedale for sure.
Yeah, they no Mitch, like Hopedale always landed on Alberta's open trials, like all 5 zones, and then I'm not saying that's the reason, but they moved it, and then here it coincides with Quebec. Should probably leave it on the Alberta week because we're cheap and we don't come out. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it was for you guys. So I think there was another reason behind it. I think maybe the owners are on a holiday or something like that, so they just had to schedule the weekend.
With 174 entries, you guys don't need us.
Well, that's kind of a blessing in disguise, because if we had an extra 15, Quebec bowlers kind of coming up and put us at 190, like just individuals, so it would create probably more havoc. So it's a little bit of a blessing in disguise, I guess we can say, but we just want the Quebec folk to know that we're going to miss them anyways.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, I think that's good. I think that's a good podcast. Thanks for coming on, Kyle.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Text like random as hell.
Kyle, thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Al, Dex. Yeah, it worked out. Honestly, from nothing to something.
Those are the best,
what we do, boys. It's what we do.
Hopefully, we gave some good content. You caught me at a good time, so it wasn't too bad. I didn't mind jumping on to help out. But good show, boys.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. Well, we'll see everybody. Crushers play Sunday, so tune in.
Crushers Eclipse.
Guys.
Oh, Eclipse.
Tune in.
Eclipse.
Watch it.
Bye.
Crush it.
Bye.
See ya.